Episode 16, Winning the Huckleberry Finn Contest. My older brother Gary always had new ideas for me to try. Sometime in the 40s, a big public project was built on the banks of the Charles River called the Esplanade, along with the Hatch Shell. It is where the Boston Pops now plays in the summer. Also built was a big dugout and filled artificial lagoon along the river in Back Bay from Mount Auburn to Exeter Streets. This area runs parallel to the very Yankee Beacon Street then. Gary knew the grand opening date, probably in 1950s, was coming up for this great new recreational area with speeches, fishing contests, music, and a Huckleberry Finn Look-alike Contest. I was about 9 or 10. His idea was that I could win both the fishing contest and the Huck Finn contest. I actually looked quite a bit like the Mark Twain character. Red hair, freckles, raggedy looking, teeth missing, and often dirty. Mother and Dad must have approved the plan because they sent me out on the correct day dressed in torn short pants held up by a rope suspender, a faded red plaid shirt, and a yellow straw hat with a hole in it. Of course, I carried my fishing pole. I remember Gary walking me across the Cottage Farm Bridge, now called the BU Bridge, and along the Boston side of the river to the brand new Esplanade made from tidal mud flats with filled-in land. After the politicians and Back Bay Yankees finished congratulating themselves on how wonderful and virtuous they all were, came the fishing contest. There were two different categories, the largest fish and the most fish. There was a time limit. I think it was an hour to catch your fish. There was lots of competition with many kids vying to win the prizes. But it was easy for me. I knew the Charles River. I dove off its bridges, prowled its shores, swam in its polluted depths, and knew how to catch its fish. I won the top award, the largest fish. A really big hornpout was my prize-winning fish. I also caught the most fish, but the judges would not award more than one prize to a kid. The Protestant Yankee rules were one prize per dirty Irish Catholic kid. Gary, no shrinking violet, advocated up on the stage loudly for my cause, but with the judges, as in life, justice did not prevail. However, my prize was a terrific new fishing rod with a new invention, a spinning reel. It could not have been a better prize for me, unless it had been money. Then came the Huckleberry Finn contest. I remember there was one black kid trying to look like Huck Finn. I don't think he had read the book. No way. Maybe Jim, but not Huck. It was my day, and I won this contest too. Nobody looked more like Huckleberry Finn than me. I went up on the stage when all the clucking fat Yankee women wanted to pat my head or hug me. I was very hug-adverse though. Cute maybe, but not huggable. My prize was a set of Mark Twain's books, all of which I had already read. But there was a money prize too. I do not remember how much, but I'm sure it went to Mother, and she probably paid some bills with a little left over for me. Another wonderful experience thanks to my great big brother. Thank you for viewing or listening to my podcast episode. I really appreciate it. If you liked it, and if you so choose, I ask you to send a good review and perhaps refer friends who might be interested in this podcast series. Again, my thanks.